So I'd just like to talk for a little bit about the social engineering behind the evolution of certain phrases and concepts. The example which we will be examining today is the term nice guy. Now, we've all observed the cultural evolution of this term over the last decade or so. It is important, however, to observe the specific implications of the agenda behind why phrases like this evolve the way they do, and not merely observe the change. You can no longer say that someone is a nice guy, because nice guy now has absolutely nothing to do with common decency, and instead means entitled molesty weirdo. Now, an old school person who hasn't had the opportunity to observe the cultural shift of the definition of the word might innocently tell someone that I'm a very nice guy. Now, such a misconception can obviously be very awkward, because then you have to say, oh no, please don't say that. Just say that I'm a very decent person or a very kind man. But don't say nice guy, oh no, because that does not mean what you think it means. So what do you think are the repercussions of something so trivial as this? Do you think that any guys have been discouraged from kindness by this evolution of definition? Do you think that any women have had severe paranoia about the intentions of others because they have bitten the bitter bait of negative assumption? And who in the end do these shifts in social consciousness benefit? Which specific sociopathic bastards dancing upon the bruised organs of the unwashed masses are assisted by keeping the minds and hearts of humanity bitter and divided over petty presumptions? What will happen to the individual when they choose to be freed from the shackles of fractally reflecting negatively twisted projections? Now, these projected principles which latch onto the mimetic definitions of concepts within a language and culture obviously apply to far more situations than just the evolution of nice guy. And I just hope that people make a conscious effort to consider the implications and the agenda behind the implications of every single bit of information they choose to digest, especially when consuming information from the dishonest media and other sorts of sales-oriented organizations. Anyhow, that's all I wanted to encourage people to consider at the moment. I just don't want all of my adorable, beloved little meme lords out there to be taken advantage of by all the perverted sociopaths who like to keep such a tight and very boring lock on all the possibilities of how human interaction is allowed to even occur. And if we are to take over this world and leave it in such a state that our children will not be subjected to all the same struggles and poverties we have endured throughout our lives, then we all must begin to more actively practice discernment. Well, that's all, folks. I know it was a little ambiguous because I didn't point out all the other millions of examples of the twisting of a definition with a specific agenda in mind, but I have faith that you will be able to discern that on your own upon honest examinations of whatever information you happen to be analyzing. As always, blessings and curses to whoever deserve them. I will make more videos shortly because I have several ideas which need to be spoken, which I am for no real logical reason whatsoever struggling to put into words. I will not, however, allow myself to continue to fail you, dear viewer. These fragmented fractures of fractal thought echoes will be translated into the native tongue as best this beastly vessel dares defy fire itself, but it will not quench me. We'll try. It will keep trying to quench. But fire, the real fire, never goes out.